Flat Earthers in shambles right now. What do you mean it curves? Yeah, I think he definitely knew a little more than he let on there. I thought he was about to die. Oh! No, bro. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Someone dies in the shit that I've been watching. Boss, I'm getting tired. The Saturday to now Wednesday stretch has emotionally exhausted me. I don't know if I got it to keep going. Make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you're new around. Your Patreon is, of course, to catch those full live reactions. So, thankfully, unlike most of the characters that I've seen, this guy has maybe one of the better chances. Because, I mean, when you show me Pops out here, and he's the most rational of them all, and then he gets skewered. I'm not sure if he got skewered by something that's poisonous. That's up in the air. But could he survive? Yes, but it doesn't change the emotional impact of that scene. And I'm not going to give specifics, because if you're behind on some stuff, I want you to be able to go into it blind. But let's just say the Saturday to Wednesday stretch of everything I've watched has had either characters guaranteed die or get struck down. And I'm getting tired of this. Like, what is in the water? What type of unlucky rolls am I getting on my dice? The thing that I really have to give, a little round of applause to is something I've been saying for a bit, but I think out of all the episodes, this is the one that really flexes it, and that is the production. Now, we're going to dive into all the characterization and stuff, and that's amazing, but you really have to consider there's thousands of insects on screen. There's these crazy, monstrous designs. We got giant scorpions. We got larvae hatching into weird insect. It's just like the number of visually creative things, and they would have been in every goddamn right to have very noticeable 3D. And to be honest, it probably would have worked because we're in a weird monstrous scene. The unnatural 3D would have just probably added to the horror to it. But instead, what we got was an 80s looking anime that somehow got a 2025 Blu-ray 4K remaster. They found the original, everything, and they were able to just beautifully upscale it, right? No, we got, there's obviously gonna be some 3D if you really pick apart, but the fact that you could have any shot where there's 30 bugs, and you're going pixel by pixel, and it's all 2D, it's hand-drawn. It's like a grotesque painting come to life, man. It is remarkable what they were able to accomplish visually, and I honestly think if you don't believe this is one of the strongest anime visually, not only of this year, but probably of 2020s, of the 2020 to 2025 stretch, you are absolutely kidding yourself. So, they ended the previous episode with our boy. Old Clang got Pokemon Ball snatched, and, I think most of us were like, okay, let's see how he gets out of that, because of course you're not going to kill him. I honestly forgot about that, because they just kickstart with everything going on with our girl, and it's like, oh, hell yeah, let's do this shit, right? And, no, I don't know how it works, but maybe, a piece of him is, still inside her and not in the way you're thinking. Because, we were talking with her for most of the time, and then he turned himself into, a regalia, and, yeah. So, maybe because of the dark, aura thing that's inside her, I forget what it's called, maybe that allows him to continue to communicate like that. But either way, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna need some help. To be honest, I was half expecting with how they were building it up until the sword reveal that Nell was going to have to do something. I thought we were just going down the list. We're like, okay, old Clem didn't make it. All right, next up, okay, she didn't make it. What about mommy milkers? And then if she didn't make it, I guess the baby would have had to put in some real work there at a very young age, slave labor or something. So it'll be fun to see what they do, obviously, but the emotion that they're able to get away, I complimented it heavily. I really appreciate that this psychopath didn't just go the route of, I'll slaughter you one by one until you do my bidding. No, he's like, yeah, screw those heroes. He manipulated their emotions, and given the fact that they already, for the most part, didn't have high opinion of heroes, which, put yourself in this world, unless you're directly benefiting from heroes, you could easily be like, well, my life isn't great. It's a natural human, emotion. So the idea that they were just like, we're gonna slaughter you, screw you guys, and then the dad came in, smacked him on the nose and said, down boy. And he's like, okay, I'll be pissed if you threw it away, if you retreated, but if you got defeated, what type of douchebag would I be that I'd be upset that a hero fell? Like, you're still trying, aren't you? Like, that's what mattered. And I really respected that because it was like the perfect way to de-escalate something that was high in emotions, that had a believability to the emotional high there. Like, and I think most of us are probably thinking the mom was going to be the one to de-escalate if anyone. And then dad came in and said, listen, I'm best boy. And then best boy, when that thing like ran through the forest, like that's the equivalent of Truck-kun in a dark fantasy. But he didn't get like hit, right? So because he didn't get hit, my guard immediately dropped. It's like, ooh, that was a close call. The hell you mean you just slashed him? I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And honestly, like, easily the most entertaining episode. And I've said it a lot, like, because the show for the most part has gotten better with each passing episode. But it had the action, it had the drama, it had the character writing, it had the thrill factor, and just the production. And like, the only thing I could really criticize, if I had to pick one thing, there was one moment where the music I felt didn't fit. It just felt a little too peppy, a little too happy. I forget exactly where it was. It was like within like the last 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure. It just felt like the music didn't fit the tone. Like, not that it was bad. It's just, for me personally, you could have had a darker theme go on for the subject matter at hand. But when that's my biggest little criticism, you know an episode's pretty much flawless. Because even with me not being the biggest fan of the musical choice in one scene, not overall, just one scene, it didn't change the scene for me too much. Either way, one of the best anime of the season. It feels like it's somehow a long forgotten... We're Nathan Drake discovering some long-lost treasure. We open it up, and collectively we're oohing and ahhing because we didn't know this thing existed. But bless the 80s, 90s feeling show, and still I can't get over the fact that the manga it's based off of started in late 2020. I would love to have an interview with the mangaka. Like, how did you cook this? How did you make something that feels so retro but so modern all at the same time? Will we see a season 2 of this? I think it's a 50-50 split, but I feel like it's definitely going to be one of the rare times I'll say this. I might have to read the manga when this is over if we don't get a confirmation of more, because this might be my new Attack on Titan, bro. Like, I need to keep on diving into this shit. Let me know what you thought down below. How shocked were you when Insect Truck-kun almost isekai daddy only to then get slaughtered? Thankfully he's alive right now, but man, when they were squishing those damn bugs, and you just know it smelled rank there. But yeah, your thoughts down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around. Your Patreon is, of course, you catch my full live reactions and other exclusives. Like, hey, I give video shoutouts to all my patrons. So today we got Jacob McDougal, Sage Narf, JMW, Tokyo, JD, Match, Mate, Carl Stefan Berndal, Achil, and we also have Convoy 83. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and have a good one.